So for today's video, it's another neutral sword video, but unlike the previous one, we are going with a very damage oriented build. So you can see I've cut out the very control-y tools like Galder and Wise, and we're going all in on damage. So we are running the 3 copies of Alice, 3 copies of Grimnir, and 1 copy of Agile Twin Blader just as some bonus damage. Agile Twin Blader is a very strong card, as you might know, so yeah. And then other than that, since we are running very few sword followers compared to the previous list, we are also running send in the troops to help us find Charlemagne easier. Day is of course great for aggressive builds as well because she comes with Storm, and she also comes with buffs which you can use to buff Agile Twin Blader for even more damage. And we're also running Harbinger of the Night, even though this is a more control oriented tool, or more defensive oriented tool, I guess you could say, but it still helps you get your evo count up, which is useful for both Alice and Grimnir. And we still play Roland as well because Roland is just generally good value, and this deck doesn't have that much damage, so if you want to aim for an OTK or something, you will often need to wait for later turns, and Roland can help you get there with his more defensive options. So yeah, that's the list we're playing for today. Let's jump into some games. So for our first game, we are going second against Shadow. As usual, Shadow has 3 decks. We have Fusion, Last Words, as well as the aggro deck that came up after the mini got released. We don't know why it is. It's most likely not Fusion. Fusion seems to be the least common among the 3, probably because it's so difficult to play, so people don't really play it much. And although you can use the new cards in it if you want, that's still not guaranteed to be good. I don't know. So they go ahead and crystallize the this is ODU, right? Yeah, this is ODU. We still don't know what this is because both Last Words or aggro could play that, but since they've played the Aldous here, we are inclined to believe that this is probably Last Words. So we go ahead and play the Trial. It's pretty standard neutral sword stuff. This is like the ideal neutral hot sword opener. It's a 2-fold grace into Troya, I think. So they go ahead and play 2 apples here, which is like terrifying. And then they use Night Terror, so they summon out 2 more ODUs, which is I don't know if we should be considering this a high roll or a low roll from them, honestly. It's kind of insane, but I don't know. So we go ahead and play the Asuka and Shiori here, just to draw and heal. Then we can go ahead and play Charlemagne. And since we have a bunch of copies of Loyalty's Reward in hand, we can use that to evolve our Asuka and Shiori, which we do here. And then we go ahead and trade into the ODU first. I don't think the trade order matters. No matter how I trade it, I was still... No, I should have traded the Charlemagne first. That was a misplay, actually. Oh well. So there's the Dark Alice and the Evil Exhumer. Or maybe I wanted to keep my board empty last turn, I think. Probably because it helps slow down Last Words if you keep your board empty. So they go ahead and play their Last Words. We gotta keep track of their Last Words count. They are at 6 right now. So with their board here, they will reach 10, which I don't think I want to do that. So we go ahead and play Day here. Go ahead and trade and then put her in ambush. I don't think they have a way to clear this. To my knowledge, the only way they have to clear this is to destroy their own fault, is to somehow get 1 more Last Words and then play instant damage. I mean, they can do that if they want to, but the question is, will they? So they play the Zabet, and we're gonna take a bunch of damage here. Looks like they weren't able to reach 10 Last Words here. So we lose some stats on our Day here, but the important part is to save her for the draw, so that's fine. We took a lot of damage here, but with Harbinger of the Night, we are able to heal up a ton. So we go ahead and evolve Harbinger of the Night. We can buff the Fallen Angel here, which will evolve it. And then we can heal for a nice 6 health. And we can play Oceanus as well, add in more healing. We go ahead and get trade. Trade again. We'll play another Day. I wanted to not let them destroy their Dark Alice, because it's better in this form than in their crystallized form, but I guess they had Night Terror to destroy it themselves anyway, which is a shame for me. So there's the Colonel and the Dark Alice, and then this is Standard, I believe. So yeah, bit of a scary position I'm in now. I'm at 7 evos, so I can probably look to kill them soon. So we take a bunch of damage here, go down to 4, which is a bit scary. Here comes the Amaterasu. We're gonna go ahead and use Roland to pop the Kernel. Its destruction effect will be annoying later on, so I should pop it here. And then we lose our Amaterasu there. Go ahead and heal. Probably should have played the heal first. No, this was correct, I think. No, I should have played the heal first to avoid overdraw. That was a misplay on my part. So we go ahead and chip some damage here with Alice, and then we heal up to avoid dying next turn. Of course, it's still possible to die next turn. 8 PP Lassos can output a lot of damage. So there's that. And then we go ahead and just pick out the Evan here while I have PV to spare. Go ahead and trade off. So we have a ward here and 17 health. We are pretty decently alive, hopefully. Shouldn't die too easily here. There's another Dark Alice from them. And another Dark Alice. That's all 3 copies of their Dark Alice. And they go ahead and play Instant Net here. We take 15 damage here, but thankfully 15 is not 17, so we are still alive. So here I was actually scared that they would evolve Instant Net here. So what evolving Instant Net would do is make me unable to play Grimnir, because if I played Grimnir, I might accidentally pop the Skullfish and die. So I don't think my opponent noticed this, so they just like passed. Which is good for me, but I pick up Roller anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. So we go ahead and play the Grimnir here. Oh, actually it would have mattered. I wouldn't have enough damage if I played Roland. So we go ahead and just finish them off with the Twin Blader, and that's it for this game. Our next game is against Dragon, and we are going second again. Honestly, I'm beginning to think that going second is actually just better for neutral sword compared to going first. So this hand looks pretty good. I think I just keep the whole hand. Yeah, this hand looks good. We have sent the troops for a turn 1 play. Oceanus we can play on turn 2 and also help us towards the Troya's Evo. So I think it's worth keeping her there, maybe. We have a decently high chance of drawing Charlemagne, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Since we pick up the 2-fold Grace here, I'm just gonna toss the Oceanus. Try to find Charlemagne, increase our chance as much as possible. We can just go ahead and play out the 2-fold Grace here. And we did pick up another neutral, so we are able to evolve Troya next turn. So there's the Grand Slam Dragon Tamer from them. Always tired of seeing this card all the time, it's very annoying. Go ahead and play the Troya here. Pick up Charlemagne off of it. It's like decent chance that I would have drawn Charlemagne there, so that's fine. And then we trade into the Hellflame Dragon just to reduce the damage coming to our face. So a bit of a slow tempo turn from them, which is good for me. We are able to come back on the board. Pick up. We have 3 Blooming Dancers in hand, which is a little bit insane, but I think it works out here in this case. We go ahead and play the Blooming Dancer here. We can trade off the Blooming Dancer for draw, and then we trade into the Mega Lorca Rider. There is an argument for trading the Tsukiyomi off, but I think it's very unlikely they'll sing a Coral Spirit here, so I just leave it on board, and hopefully it can... or so I thought, but there's the Coral Spirit anyway. It's very unfortunate, but it's fine. So we'll go ahead and play the Troya here just to draw more cards, evolve. We'll go to trade and then get a Blooming Dancer. We trade the Coral Spirit here because that thing will be annoying if it evolves, so we get it out of the way before that can happen. And then they go ahead and play Gunbane. Gunbane, although it's a very annoying ward to deal with, it's actually, I would say, a relatively weak play from Bluff Dragon. So honestly, we're pretty happy to see Gunbane, I think. Go ahead and pop it with Roland here, draw some cards, heal up. And then I went with Harbinger, I believe, to get my evil count going here while I have the free space. And we'll also play a Blooming Dancer here. Go ahead and get rid of the Gunbane and just heal up. And then there is a consideration of playing Harbinger on the Fallen Angel to draw, but then since we have Send the Troops, I think Send the Troops is probably just better, so we go ahead and do that. There's another Mermaid from them, and then a Heaven's Gale Drake. Just another weak turn from them, which we are happy with. Any turn without Joe is one we're happy to deal with. So we have some free reign right now, so we're gonna go ahead and play a Grimnir while we can. Get some damage in. And then we just use Day to chip more damage. The idea is to put them as low as we can, so next turn we can hopefully finish them with Roland, Alice, and Twin Blader. I believe we're at enough. Yeah. No, we're not at enough. We're one rally short for Roland, Alice, Twin Blader, but double Alice is still available, so there's that. So we go ahead and get rid of the Tarrasque with the Roland. And we can go ahead and play Alice. And I believe they just concede after they see the Alice. So that's it for this game. Let's move on to the next one. And our last match for today, we are going first against Portal. So Portal has mainly the control deck and artifact as options right now. There is some enhance as well, so it could be that, but that one's relatively unlikely, I think. So yeah, we just, as usual, we grab our 2-fold grace early on. We try to find Troya, and we're going first this time, which is I guess a bit of a change from the previous games. And then here, I went with Tsukuyomi to pop the Spinara's artifact, because I think giving them one generic draw is slightly better than giving them one artifact draw, so I think Tsukuyomi is the correct move here. So that's the Holy Biker. And then they're shuffling stuff into their deck, which is good for them. We're not going to do it, we'll go ahead and play Asuka and Shori just to draw cards, try to find Charlemagne, so we can hopefully get our evos going. So there's the Laser Tyranny from them, and then they go ahead and shuffle more artifacts in their deck, and then they play the Aegil here. And we take some damage here because they are at enough that Laser Tyranny is now dealing damage. So pretty standard play here. We go ahead and play the Day, hit them in the face because I'm hoping they can't clear this. Laser Tyranny alone isn't, so we buff the Day here so that Laser Tyranny alone isn't enough to clear it. They would need either 2 Laser Tyrannies, which they literally cannot do with Aegil, or they need to have that 6 cost gold that accelerates the deal 4 damage while destroying your own artifact, which we shall see if they have. So they do have it, which is very unfortunate for us. So there goes our Day. We didn't manage to draw. So we're gonna go ahead and draw with Asuka and Shori here, try to find Charlemagne, and we do pick up the Charlemagne, so we're gonna go ahead and evolve the Charlemagne here. We are at 2 evos, I believe, so we're going pretty slow, unfortunately, but hopefully we can still survive. Artifact is probably like one of the worst matchups for neutral sword, I think. So let's get a slow turn from them. Just go ahead and play the Rhino here. And then they have Sisterly Bonds, which I guess will pick up Spinara's artifact, and they'll use that to draw another artifact. Out comes our Tsukuyomi, which is cool. And we go ahead and try to draw in our deck while we buff the Asuka and Shori. They'll let us play Blooming Dancer here. And I believe Troya as well, yep. So we just build a whiteboard. I mean, honestly, it's artifact that can probably clear this, but we need to get our Evo count up, so go ahead and do that. We're now at 6, which is a significant improvement from the 2 we were at earlier, I guess. There's the Traffic from them as well, so they are at full power now. So there's the Analyzing Artifact, another one. And then they have another Rhino, so that's all 3 of the Rhinos, I believe. Maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, the point is they have a lot of Rhinos in their deck right now. And that's the Evamia. Also, the damage shield is very obnoxious. Specifically for us, with our damage, the damage shield is very obnoxious because Tsukuyomi is more or less the only like reasonable way we have of clearing that damage shield without wasting too much damage. But they go ahead and play around that by popping the Tsukuyomi before the damage shield is active, so that they don't have that issue. So we are very low here, so we, I believe, try to heal. Honestly, I think just going Grimnir here would have been fine, but... Oh wait, no, I don't have enough evils. No wait, going Grimnir here would have been fine, I think, but... Go ahead and try to heal out, I believe. Yeah, we don't evolve here because we only have 1 evo point left, which is not super great. Our Evo is at 7 now though, so our cards are now active. There's the mechanical mecha magical rhino from them, sorry. And the Trafia comes out, so we are taking a ton of damage here, and they have a lot of wards, and they are healing as well, so they are very far out of lethal range, unfortunately. We don't even have Tsukiyomi this turn, we get Amaterasu. And there's the Holy Biker. We'll go ahead and draw them a card. And they get another Trafia just to keep their engine going, and one more Rhino just to finish it off with more damage. So definitely very scary position we are in right now. We'll pick up the Day is another reasonable way to clear the damage shield, I think. I'm not sure if I have the leeway to do that right now. So we go ahead and play the Twofold Grace to heal, and then we use Grimir, which will both clear their board, get rid of the damage shield, although the damage is kind of wasted there. Might have been worth playing the second. No, it wouldn't have been worth playing the second Twofold Grace. I don't know what I'm talking about. So we use that to buff the Amaterasu, hopefully block Radiance from going face. Although it does give them more stats to trade into, but honestly I think there's more than enough stats on the board anyway, so we just have to hope we don't die this turn, which is very difficult to do when they have so many rhinos. So that's the Lazuli here. Let me go ahead and trade off the Rhino. And there's the Biker. Anything that isn't Rhino we're pretty happy to see right now. Even Radiant is not as bad. Here's Airstrike, which is like a shittier Rhino, I guess, in the context of this turn. So before we play Laser Tyranny, so we managed to survive and they don't have a damage shield, so now we can very easily kill them, I believe. So we go ahead and use the Twofold Grace, pick up the Tsukiyomi to clear the ward, and then we can go ahead and use Alice into Agile Twin Blader for a very clean lethal. Or we can just play Agile right away because it's lethal anyway, but yeah, that's it for this game. So that's all the games I have for you today. This is a more offensively leaning neutral sword. As you can see from the games, maybe even though it's more offensive leaning deck, it still can't kill that fast. You do still end up having to stall a little bit before you're able to find lethals in most cases. Of course, if you're able to aggro your opponent down with evolved followers from the beginning, you can find an earlier lethal, but most decks are able to stop you from doing that, so it's not super reliable. So you're mostly killing them like pretty late in the game, like around turn 8 or 9, so you still have to watch out for that, even though it's a more offensive leaning list, which is why I'm personally not really a fan of the more offensive leaning list. I just wanted to test it out in my journey to find the neutral list that works for me. So you can definitely win like a decent amount of this deck. So if it interests you, you definitely don't have to. Well, I was gonna say you don't have to feel too bad about picking it up, but then Alice is, I think, rotating out soon, so maybe that's a bit concerning. But other than that, yeah, if you like the list, feel free to give it a try for yourself. And that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.